Okay, it looks like we're playing El Nino, whom we just played a minute ago, I think. Let's play a close Sicilian this time. There's many ways of playing the Sicilian defense, and the close one is as good as anything else. Pretty classical development for black. I'm going to play this one here. That's a standard way of opening for the queen. The close Sicilian. Let's just castle. 97. Bishop here. Now, what this does is stopping him from pushing d5, and we might just play g4 ourselves. The reason for this move g4 is that it will open up the d file onto the weakness on d6. That's the weak point of his position. If we swap here, we are further opening onto the d file. Let's play f4. f4, if he plays f5, we might just take. Now, he cannot really play, well, he can't play b5 because of e5. He couldn't play bishop here because of the weakness. So now we just play this. We hit the knight. He's going to have to play d5, which really open up the black squares for us, but also locks the bishop in there. Can we just play knight here, knight here? We don't have to, we just don't have to. Now this connects the rooks, allows rook here. Should he try to freeze position with f6, we can obtain a weakness on e6. We're going to make way on the d file to put, we want to put a rook here. If he ever pushes, we simply go there and invade d6. It's not really good for him. That's a terrible move, because now after queen f2 we were threatening to do things like this. So it just drops a piece. What a sad, sad situations. What a sad situation. You know, a player of reasonable standard should be able to see things like this. If you are that deficient in tactics, you will never win a game of chess against a strong player. And now he further compounds his mistake by not resigning and playing this, where he has absolutely no hope whatsoever. Absolutely no hope. He cannot push here. He cannot push here. You know, so his 2 pawns thrust taken away from him. He can't really push there, and you really wonder why. Alright, let's offer the queen's exchange and see what he does. You really wonder why he would self-pin on this diagonal. Okay. Just play quite moves, just to show him he's got nothing. Can't push here because we would take with the bishop. He couldn't play the, well, he definitely has a threat now, but what we do is we are going to play this, neutralize his bishop. If he takes and play queen c4, we got queen c5, so that's not too bad. And he's short of time. He's less time than us. How is he going to resolve this problem? Should the bishops on dark squares get exchanged, that would further weaken his castling position, because he no longer has a bishop to patrol the weak squares around here. Okay. Now, I quite like the idea of the queen blockading here and stopping the invasion of his queen on c4. I think it's a good move. This also stops him from playing f6. So the centralizing of the queen here is really paralyzes. It's not a bad move. He's got to get played the way he can. Now we're going to go on this side. Now here we're threatening potentially f5. Yes, he gets played the way he can, but we're going to put a stop to this. We're going to put a stop to this, a very immediate and brutal stop to it. Now if he starts to pile up on the c file trying to take advantage of this, we're just going to put a rook here, and eventually, so he locks up this, and like I said, we're threatening to play f5 here, and with really bad consequences for him. You know, he loves pinning himself. He loves creating a pin on the diagonal. I don't know what he's fishing for. There's absolutely no play. Now if he wants to play a rook here now, which he does, like I said before, we can play a rook here, then transfer the rook on the other side, eventually sacrifice. Oh, that's worse than he thinks, because now we drop back here, and we're going to get in here. Alright, a little distraction. Now we could take here and be quite well, but I think this is better. Okay. A simple trick now. He's given us a very simple checkmate. The rook comes here with checkmate. So rook g8 has made it easier for us. Otherwise we would have had to play an intermediate rook g3 move, the queen moves, we exchange the bishops, then we come here and eventually we checkmate him. So this is all over if king takes queen, rook, which is the only move, rook h3, checkmate. Good night, Charlie.